Today we are going to discuss problems related to your advanced tax. Now look at this first question what they have given. They have given XYZ Limited has an estimated total tax liability of rupees 1,50,000 for the previous year 2018-19. What are the due dates for the payment of advance tax and what is the amount of advance tax to be paid on each due date? So here they are asking what are the due dates for payment of advance tax, and also they are asking us to see what would be the amount which has to be paid on each installment. Now here they have only directly computed advance tax liability, which is 1 lakh rupees 50,000. Now this 1 lakh 50,000 has to be paid in 4 different installment. Now since it is an XYZ Limited, it is a corporate assessee. Now we know for corporate assessees there are 4 different installments in which they have to pay advance tax. So first question what they are given, what are the due dates for payment of advance tax? So in case of payment of advance tax, for advance tax payments, whether it is an individual or corporate assessee, it needs to be paid in 4 different installments for every quarter. Now in a year there will be 4 quarters, so for every quarter there will be a due date. On or before the due date, certain percentage of advance tax has to be paid. Now let us answer first question, due dates for payment of advance tax. Now first installment will, for the first installment, due dates for payment of advance tax will be on or before June 15th. So on or before June 15th, how much advance tax has to be paid? 15% of this 1,50,000 has to be paid. Then again second installment will be on or before September 15th. So the due date for second installment is on or before September 15th. So for second installment 45% of this advance tax liability of 1,50,000 has to be paid. Then again third installment falls on or before December 15th. So for the third quarter your due date is on or before December 15th, and 75% of your advance tax liability, that is 1,50,000, has to be paid. Then again fourth installment or last installment falls on or before March 15th. So 100% of your 1,50,000 has to be paid by the fourth install. That means entire 1,50,000 has to be paid by this March 15th. So this is about due date. So we have answered first question. So please remember these dates up to June 15th. Due date for first quarter is June 15th, second quarter it is September 15th, third quarter is December 15th, and for fourth quarter it is March 15th. So please remember these due dates along with percentage of payment of advance tax. So this is also very important. Then again let us move on and find out what is the different amount that has to be paid on each due date, or what is the installment amount which has to be paid on different installments. Now up to June 15th they have given up to June 15th how much has to be paid? 15% has to be paid. Now so what is the advance tax liability of the assessee? It is 1,50,000 rupees. So 1,50,000 we have to multiply into 15%, and that would be around 22,500. So this is for first installment. Then again for second due date is September 15th. So up to September 15th 45% has to be paid, right? So but out of this 45%, in first installment only we have paid 15%. So from this 45%, if 15% is already paid, remaining balance how much we have to pay? 30% we have to pay. So 1,50,000 is your tax liability that you multiply into remaining balance of 30%, and that would be 45,000. Now see, first installment you have paid 15%, second installment you have paid 30%, both put together by second installment you would have paid 45%. So this is how you have to solve. Then again third installment falls on or up to December 15th. So on that December 15th again, or before December 15th, 1,50,000 advance tax liability, out of this 75% has to be paid. Now out of this 75%, already 45% has been paid. So 75% minus 45%, remaining only 30% has to be paid on or up to on or before December 15th. So what you have to do, 1,50,000 advance tax liability amount you have to multiply into balance of 30%, and that would be 45,000. So now see, 15% is your first installment, second installment is 30%, and third installment is again 30%. So all these three put together it will be 75%. That means by the end of third quarter or third installment you would have paid 75% of your advance tax liability. Then again up to March 15, which is the last due date for payment of last installment, again 100% of 1,50,000 has to be paid. That means entire 1,50,000 has to be paid. So out of this 100%, already 75% is already paid in first three installments. So out of 100, if 75% is paid, remaining 25% only is due or pending. So 1,50,000 advance tax liability amount multiply into 25%, you will get 37,500. Now after getting all these amounts, you just add it together and see whether it matches your advance tax liability amount 1,50,000. So it should be matching your advance tax liability amount. So this is how we have to solve problems related to advance tax. Now let us move ahead and look at second problem. Now in second problem, when it comes to second problem, they have given the estimated taxable business income of Vijay Limited for the financial year 2018-19 is 6 lakh rupees. Now they have given Vijay Limited. That means this is also a corporate associate, not an individual associate. Now again, previous year they have earned a taxable income from business is 6 lakh rupees, and they are also given that taxable long-term capital gains on 36 2018 is 3 lakh rupees. That means in previous year they also have income from long-term capital gains. Now again, using these two information, they are telling us to calculate advance tax payable and amount to be paid in each installment, assuming the TDS to be 25,000. So now they have given TDS of rupees 25,000, and they have also given income from business is 6 lakh rupees and long term capital gain is 3 lakh rupees. Now let us find out advance tax liability. So in first problem they had directly given advance tax liability of 1,50,000, but in this problem we have to find out advance tax liability, then find out the amount of advance tax liability paid in each installment. Now, we have to write down heading computation of advance tax payable for assessment year 2019-20. Make two columns, one is particulars and second one is amount in rupees. Now we have to start with income from business or profession. So income from business or profession, how much they have given? It is 6 lakh rupees. So write down 6 lakh rupees. Then again income from capital gains, long term capital gain, again they have 3 lakh rupees. So the 3 lakh rupees you put it below income from business. Now apart from these two, there are no other income from any other, right? So 6 lakh plus 3 lakh, 9 lakh will be your gross total income. Now once you get gross total income, you have to see whether there are any deductions eligible under section 80C to 80U. So since there is no information related to any investments made or any other deductions which the assessee can claim, it will be nil. So the total income would also be same as your gross total income, which is 9 lakh rupees. Then again moving on, once you get your total income, then again in case of corporate assessee, if there is LTCG or STCG, that is short term or long term capital gain, as I have already told you in previous chapters, like we have discussed, it has to be taxed separately at a different rate at 20%. So in case of long term capital gain, it will be taxed at 20%. If you have short term capital gain, it will be taxed at 15%. Now since we have income from long term capital gain, which is 3 lakh rupees, so on this 3 lakh rupees it will be taxed at 20%. So we have to find out tax on LTCG at the rate of 20%. So 3 lakh into 20%, we are getting 60,000 rupees. So this would be tax on your long term capital gains. Now on balance of total income, so how much is your total income? 9 lakh. So from this 9 lakh, if you remove the portion of long term capital gain 3 lakh rupees, again you will end up getting total income, balance of total income, which is around 6 lakh rupees. So on this 6 lakh rupees, in case of corporate assessee, please remember 30% of the tax will be levied. So 6 lakh into 30% would be 1,80,000. So your tax on long term capital gain is 60,000 and balance of tax on total income is 1,80,000. 60,000 plus 1,80,000 is 2,40,000. So this is your tax amount. So once you get this tax amount, again what you have to do, you have to again levy health and education cess at 4% on this tax amount. So 2,40,000 plus into 4% is 9,600. So 2,40,000 plus 9,600, your tax liability will be 2,49,600. But anyways, they have given TDS in this question, which is 25,000. So whenever they give TDS in the question, please remember from this tax amount or tax liability, you have to deduct the TDS, and then final amount what you get as a balance, that would be your advance tax payable. So here from 2,49,600, if you deduct 25,000, your advance tax payable amount for the year will be 2,24,600. Now 2,24,600, what you have to do from this, again you have to find out what is the installment which has to be paid. Now up to June 15th, how we have to calculate, like in previous problem we have to discuss, from for first installment 15% of your advance tax payable should be uh, completed. So 2,24,600 you multiply into 15%, you will get 33,690. Then similarly for second installment, which is due up to September 15, you should have paid 45%. So out of 45, if you have already paid 15%, remaining 30% you should pay. Now 2,24,600 you multiply again into 30%, you will get 67,380. So 30% plus 15%, 45% of your advance tax is paid by the end of second installment. Now third installment falls due on December 15. So by that time you should have paid how much? 75% of your advance tax amount. So 2,25,600, out of 2,25,600, 75% should be paid. But out of 75,000, you have already paid 45% of your tax in previous two installments. That means remaining only 30% you have to pay in third installment. So 2,24,600 you multiply into 30%,